Hi, can you tell us a bit more about yourself and your art practice?
Hello, my name is Enrique Duplessis, and I am the digital artist Dan and Shnitty. All of this came to be because of COVID-19. The world as we knew it ended, and we had the opportunity to shift our work. I primarily operate in the entertainment industry. And we had an opportunity to pivot into the virtual world that we've all grown accustomed to over the last 2 and something years. So I create content for all our event clients for their events, whether those events are virtual or in person, that we then do stuff for LED screens and stuff like that. And during this entire process, I started creating art for myself. I wanted to push myself, develop skills, and really create something that's personal for me. But I wanted to split the two personas. I have the personal environment that I operate in, but I also wanted to be a bit crazy and create unique stuff. And that's how Dan and Shnitty came to be. Now, primarily, I create digital artworks by using Photoshop, and then they get printed or minted into NFTs. And yeah, it's been a special, unique environment to see how the world changed. I do have a art background, used to paint, but to move into an arena or an environment that is digital has been quite a special experience. And it's like a toy shop or a sweet shop where you go in and you just pick whatever you want and then you put it together, and it's something special for the viewers. The approach with everything is I want to create art for everyone. With the art background, I've realized, and also by visiting different galleries and seeing what people do, art can be a bit pretentious and close to certain elite groups, and I don't like that. I'm not always a fan of people standing and analyzing an artwork. Some artworks definitely deserve to be analyzed, but some of them are just whatever the artist wanted to create at the moment to share the picture that they're seeing, and then people come in and they over-analyze it. And I went in with the intention that I don't want to do this, even though my artworks do have hidden meanings in it sometimes. I focus on it to create artwork, like I said, like that my dad would like. I know he's going to come in, look at a picture and be like, hey, that's dope, like it. And yeah, that's the overall approach, is to create something that people will look at and say, wow, that's cool, I like it, or I don't like it, there might be something there, and they move on. I think that's the coolest thing with art. People view it and they move on, and maybe they remember it, maybe they forget it. But in that moment, it's just pure epicness to know that someone is just spending their time with your art piece. So yeah.
And can you tell us how does it feel being involved in this kind of virtual residency, and what will your project be about?
Being involved in this thing has been quite a unique experience for me personally. Moving into the virtual world the last 2 years, we've realized that thinking national is completely, it's gone. Everything is international. We have access to people that we never had access to. And you have this unique setting where a bunch of artists come together, never spoken to each other, different styles, different art forms, and suddenly they can give input on each other's works. And that was the main reason when I saw this, especially as an online residency. I was like, whoa, this is dope. I can still do my day-to-day thing. I can still go on with my life, but I'm able to have access to other people that could look at my stuff differently, and I could also see their stuff. And the cultural influences that is suddenly there is quite a unique thing. I also, like, I often try to be mindful that different people in different areas grew up differently, they see things differently, and you might get this perspective from someone that you never thought of because you're living in your little tiny box. So being part of this thing is really cool. The opportunity just to deal with different people has been quite special. With some of the sessions having artists that like from China, and you're like, wow, I would never have had the opportunity to listen to someone that is actually part of a different group that experiences things completely different. And you sit there and you like make notes and you're like, dude, learn from these people. Because you don't always have access to it. So for me, it's really just the people is the primary thing. I think if I walk away with a crappy artwork, I will still be happy, because just having a chat to different people has been really special. And when we look at the art that I'm creating for this thing, it's quite, I think I'm biting a bit more off than I can chew, but that was the intention from the very beginning. Is like, don't walk away from this thing without really pushing yourself and trying to learn something new. Every single day you can make something that's not really pushing yourself, and you can do that at home. But when you have an opportunity to work with other people, like really step up and try something new and bigger. So with my artwork, where I usually operate in a 2D plane, I decided to move into the 3D scape, and it's been challenging. Easier said than done. When I told the team about everything, I was like, okay, cool, yeah, I know exactly what I need to do, until I tried it, and I was like, bro, why are you doing this to yourself? But we're committing, we're pushing through. The intention was set, and we really want to achieve it. So with my art, that I'm the purpose of everything is just to pay homage, I think I can say, or just pay respects to everyone that works in the entertainment industry. The entertainment industry closed down during COVID. A lot of people lost their jobs. And I want to create an artwork that celebrates those people in their own settings. When we look at the theme artist in standby, I took that theme and I said, okay, cool, how do I make that personal to what I know with events? And standby in events is when you're just before that event starts or goes live. You sit there and you freak out. It's about to go live. And I wanted to take that and that moment of silence before it goes live or before it starts. I wanted to capture that and just pay respects to every single event technician or show caller or whatever they may be, and say, I didn't forget about you. Even though the industry is open up, we remember you, and we respect you, and we honor you for everything you've done for the industry up till this point. So yeah.
What about any future plans? Any exciting projects coming up?
Yes. So I think that the future is vast when it comes to what I'm doing, because of with digital art, it's open to everyone. The access to people to buy, whether it's a print or a NFT, it is super easy. I don't think it's ever been easier. So there's a lot of those things that I know there's massive opportunities for me to grow with, but I also want to not just stay in a digital place, but also bring people closer together and utilize my background in events to create an experience that you can smell, taste, and feel when you walk into a gallery. I want to experiment with 3D printing. I want to experiment with lights and colors and really create something that is wow for people. But it's also like the growth in being a virtual artist. Realizing like there's so many business elements. I think that's the thing that a lot of artists forget about. Like you don't need to be a poor artist. Like you need to sort out your business side of things. And just to realize that, okay, cool, now I actually have to sort out websites. I actually have to sort out online stores. And you can't just always operate through DMs, but you need to position yourself as a proper business and run it as a proper business and walk away, because you need to live, but you have to get that business fundamentals in place. So it's quite like I'm juggling those things of not just focusing on the art and creating cool stuff, but to really set myself in and, okay, cool, dude, like this is a long-term thing. How do you run it as a business? How do you do it correctly so that you know you're walking away financially secure? So yeah, I hope that makes sense.
It totally does. Good luck with everything, and thank you, Enrico, for the interview.
Cool. Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything that you guys are doing. We appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to the next few weeks and seeing how everyone just grows together. So yeah, thank you to you guys.
Thanks.